Tonantzin. Uncovering the Veil. DJ Rios Franco. Copyright 2025 DJ Rios Franco. All rights reserved. Chapter 1. The Dream. I abruptly sit up in bed and I gasp. Darn it! It's happened again! I look at my phone. It's 3:15 in the morning. I've only slept for less than 2 hours. This is the second time I've had this dream, and it felt as real as the first time. I was unable to distinguish it from reality, almost like I had been living that way all my life. Even the little house where I supposedly lived felt so familiar. I knew my way around it. I swear there were relatives I wanted to visit at the time, but their faces now seem like strangers at best. I wonder what it means. I live in the middle of nowhere, Indiana, so yeah, cornfields, then several waving grandmas working on their gardens, and more corn after that. Don't forget the soybeans. I go to the kitchen for a glass of water, and all I hear is the eerie sounds of the night, crickets and distant semi-trucks driving along the highway. I love that I don't share the walls with strangers. I like the seclusion I get from people. When I think about it, it is difficult to decide, especially when everything is blanketed by darkness at 3 in the morning. I'm not scared of being robbed or killed by a person, even if I should be, or having fights with neighbors for being loud, but there are some nights when I feel scared. I know there are no animals I should be scared of other than raccoons and spiders, but there are nights when I feel as if there were someone walking around the house, someone or something. Especially within the last week. I ain't no cutie, so I doubt I can have a stalker. I don't know how I know it, but it doesn't feel like a human. It feels like a big animal, something like a wolf. My brothers laugh at me and my sister thinks I am too imaginative, but when it happens, I can't shake the feeling off. I feel like prey. I try very hard to calm down on these occasions because when has it ever been heard that a wolf eats a person in Indiana? I always end up chucking it off to deer, or raccoons, or even possibly a crazy lonely spider that has too much time on its hands, 8 of them to be exact. The only one who validates my intuition is my mom, but I myself think she is a bit too superstitious sometimes. That on its own invalidates my claims. At the end of the day, there has to be something wrong with the chemicals in my brain because the other possibilities are too far-fetched. Today is not one of those days, so I go back to bed. Very soon I realize I should have drank a cup of coffee instead. I instantly go into sleep paralysis before I even fully fall asleep. I sense a presence by my bed. It feels like a lady, an older lady. I know it has to be my imagination. That's what I force myself to believe at least. I feel the presence get closer to my face. Although I feel awake, I cannot control my body. I almost feel as if she were kissing me, but I don't feel anything physically touch me. She might be whispering very quietly because I can hear a faint hiss. I am afraid to find somebody in front of me if I open my eyes. The presence is no longer in front of my face and has moved just out of reach from my field of vision. I can only sense it because when I open my eyes there is no speck of light anywhere. My eyes can't confirm it, but I am sure she is standing by my side. I feel anger and resentment coming from this entity, as if I have wronged her. It's not a him, no. I'm almost certain it's a female presence. I should have left the lights on considering I had just had a nightmare. I sit up, but before I know it I'm lying down as if I hadn't sat up. I think I saw the door for a fraction of a second, but I don't know if I actually lifted from the bed. My brain could have expected it, and only imagined it. I didn't feel falling back down on my back, nor did I hear the squeaks of the mattress springs. Is astral projection related to sleep paralysis? I fail again at trying to get up, repeating the same process. I feel as if somehow part of me is able to get up, only to be pulled back to its original place by a force I don't understand. I definitely cannot twist my face. I'm still undecided if it's something physical impeding me from doing so, or if it's my own fear of finding what I'm certain is angrily staring at me. The presence leans down and kisses me. Everything goes blank. The smell of blood hits my nostrils. Blurry images flash in front of my eyes as I stare through the bushy tree that I'm macheting to make firewood. The sun is behind the clouds and almost in the middle of the sky. It's close to noon. I drop the twig I have in my hand. I fear trouble, but not for me. I don't know who I'm scared for, I just know I am. A dreadful feeling rushes through my body, making my hair stand on end. I sense it's someone I love. The metallic smell intensifies, and I check to see if my nose is bleeding, but no blood is present. The fear becomes a feeling of knowing, a feeling that tells me I should warn the person in danger. Who could it be? One of my brothers, perhaps. I look around to locate Joel, who came along with me today. I walk towards him, past his pile of firewood. Joel? I say calmly. Yeah? He answers, swinging his machete onto the small branches of a short tree. I don't know why, but I feel like I should tell you, that you need to be careful. I say, preoccupied. Careful? He asks, continuing to swing his machete. You might think I'm crazy, and I don't know how to explain it, but there is this big worry that fills my thoughts and I cannot take it off my mind. It was only a little worry, but now it feels like a premonition. I'm getting scared. Joel stops for a second before turning his head towards me. He pauses to assess what he will say. His blue hat hanging too much to the front makes him lean his head back a little to see me in the eyes, then he asks, "What do you mean you are scared for me?" I don't know, there's this feeling that tells me you are in danger. I don't know how to describe it because no one is telling me, it's just a feeling. You know when the feeling you get when you are about to witness an accident, and you want to look away, but you can't make yourself stop staring. Kinda like seeing a mouse being caught by a cat, and you are the only one who can see it, not even the mouse knows. The bad thing is you might be the mouse, I say as I struggle to put words to my thoughts. I don't know, Joel shudders. I just got chills, he says and shakes his head in disbelief. Sorry, I say, realizing I don't know how telling him was of any help for either him or me. It's because I don't even know who or what the cat would be, not a cat, that's for sure. Even better than I thought, says Joel, adjusting his hat back, revealing his sweaty forehead. You're scaring me, you're weird, you know. Yeah, my bad. No, thanks for telling me, he interrupts. But I want to know what the heck I need to do with this. What do you even mean? I mean what I said, I don't know, I'm worried, but I'm gonna help you figure it out. Thanks, Sherlock, says Joel flatly, half rolls his eyes, and then turns back to face the tree. I want to say something in response, but I let it slide this time because of the current mood. I walk back to my tree to make more firewood, but my mind has been hijacked by fear and anxiety. My arm is starting to feel numb. Could this be the spirit of a family member trying to warn us about something that will happen in the future? If that is the case, would knowing help us avoid it, or would it steer us towards the actual danger? Ignoring me could be the best option to avoid any tragedy. If we avoid it, would it even be considered our future if it never happened? Maybe it would have never happened anyways. The purpose of this feeling could possibly be to know the paths to avoid before we ever encounter them, and this energy, I fear, is only a tool to help us navigate the unknown world with made-up scenarios. I give one last swing, cutting a thin branch that falls to the ground. I look at my hand, it's now shaking. I think it's better if I go find Donia Hertrudis, I yell, and Joel is already walking towards me when I turn around. And what? Leave me here alone? He says. I started feeling as if someone was watching me soon after you told me about your third eye or whatever. He stands in front of me resting his machete over his shoulder. I do think she's a good place to start. Good then, let's go. I hope it's nothing bad though. Not only is there a sense of gloom in the air, but it is somewhat chilly for an early spring day. The sun covering clouds in the sky had been welcomed as we started our day, but now add more mystery to the already eerie evening. The lack of wildlife activity is starting to make me wonder if there is actually someone else around. Whatever the reason they are quiet today is only a reason to worry even more. The scarcity of trees and the shortness of the shrubs don't allow anyone to hide. We could see a person a mile away because the trees are leafless this time of the year. We pick up the firewood and our bags and start walking, hearing nothing but a weak wind whistle every once in a while, not one chirp from any bird all the way home. After eating some chermel tacos, we finally go see Donia Hertrudis. Her house is made of woven reeds and metal sheets for a roof. Very similar to ours, with the only difference being ours having clay roof tiles instead of metal sheets. Donia Hertrudis is the town healer, although some people don't trust her very much. Some claim she's one who plays with dark magic, and they reassure she herself has made those claims. She is a very modest woman. She's in her late 30s. At 5 feet 5 inches, she's taller than the majority of women in town, and even some men. She's very welcoming when she sees us. I was expecting you, she exclaims excitedly from behind the reed fence enclosing her property. Come on in, she says as she opens the maguey threaded reed door. She is wearing a straw sombrero, blue denim jeans, and a white long-sleeve button-down shirt. The sombrero has gained some sweat stains from the high amount of time it has been worn, darkening the outside base as if it were permanently wet. Some white hair accompanies the loose black hair that did not make it into the braid hanging under the hat. A few wrinkles are showing on her brown-skinned face, which has been touched by the sun more than the average person, giving her a golden shine that complements her smile. I didn't know it would be you, but I heard a Quitlacoche singing earlier. I figured someone was coming. Continues Hertrudis as she puts down a bunch of guajes on a tree stump after closing the door. About what you saw, you are right, and no need to find anyone else. It is about Joel. My blood runs cold as I have not mentioned anything about what happened earlier. Want some tea? It's good for the nerves, she says with a smirk. We nod and go inside her house. The Quitlacoche bird is believed to have predictive capabilities. Its singing serves as a warning of visitors you will have on a certain day. I always thought it's something made up, but Donia Hertrudis believing in it gives it more credit. Maybe. I'm sorry, it's just that we have not had anything like this happen before, and to be honest, you are a little creepy, Joel says, not sure if it's a statement or a question. Yeah, she laughs. I should have been more subtle. Anyway, I know you know me. How are you guys? She stops, but as soon as Joel is about to answer, she interrupts him. I know how you guys are doing. Let's skip that part. I only found out about your vision when you guys walked in. What does it mean? I ask. You already know what it means, says Hertrudis, as she offers small stools for us to sit on. Is it bad? Asks Joel as we sit down. That I cannot tell. She hands us a cup of tea and sits in front of us with elbows on knees and leans forward. Because the future is something that no human has yet learned to master. The past has already happened, and people like us have been given the power of accessing the memories of the world. All we have to do is learn how to tune into these frequencies. There are two big questions that have entered my mind. Aren't premonitions about the future? If no one can access it, why is she even considering the idea? Those ideas seem contradicting. People like us? I'm flattered she has compared me to herself, but I'm also scared of what this would mean. I am uncertain I would enjoy a life like hers. On one hand, life would be more exciting, but on the other one, not everyone respects you. It sounds like it could be a bad thing, but I cannot give you a false narrative, she says as she sits up. Trust in your gut. I need to be careful? Asks Joel. Yeah, there's not much other than that. She sounds disappointed in herself because she did not offer more than we already knew. She turns to me. You have a lot coming your way and it will be difficult. Learn what trust is and know when it's okay to practice it, but I believe in you. I have been feeling it for quite some time, but I didn't know it was gonna happen in this lifetime. Whatever this means, it sure sounds like having access to the future. I am more confused now with all this information. We finish our tea and leave. She does not charge us for the visit as she would have normally done. We thank her as we walk away and she closes the door. Hey! She yells and we turn around. There is a difference between guessing the future and knowing the future. Good luck to both of you. Thank you. Have a good one, yells back Joel. I see. That's why she mentioned there is no master of the future. There are many fortune tellers, especially on Mondays at the plaza, and some seem to be trusted by the people in town. Why was I forgetting about them? It's easier to access memories than predicting what nobody has seen. I'll keep that in mind. A lot of things coming my way could be interpreted as anything. The witch did have a menacing tone in her voice when she said it. Almost like a warning that I should get ready. I'm always ready for whatever is thrown at me though. I don't think many would agree, and I would definitely be one of the last picks to save the world, but being ready is something personal. And I do feel ready the majority of the time. There was a time when I was not ready for anything. Life can be unfair sometimes, or lucky, depending on how you look at it. Earlier experiences have taught me to be ready though, even if I look like someone that can barely take care of himself. We approach the creek on our way home when we see the water get turbulent. There is something in there, but I cannot make out what it is. This water is knees deep, so we don't expect anything bigger than a turtle or a fish. With our house sitting across, we get closer to the creek and step on the rocks that serve as a bridge to get to the other side. What in the world? Yells Joel. A giant black head protrudes from the water, revealing glimmering, yellow eyes. Joel and I both sprint off the rocks away from the water. When I turn back, it is in the same spot, undisturbed. At first glance, my brain mistakes it for a snapping turtle, but the yellow eyes makes it look more disturbing. The head is probably the size of an adult human's. When I notice the rest of the body underwater, I assume it's a snake of about 20 feet of length. It shows no sign to want to attack or slither away. The sun shines bright, making the rest of the body hard to see under the crystallized reflections. Its thick black scales have a green shine when light hits it in certain spots. The head is mostly dark green, with deep black on its sharp edges. Its yellow eyes glimmer as it stares at us maliciously. I have never seen a snake this size in town, nor have I heard anyone talk about such a thing before. When the snake starts slowly gliding its body towards us, I skittishly turn around. My eyes are instantly met by another snake identical to the one in the water, inches from my face, curled up on a palo bobo tree, hissing and opening its mouth. I am completely frozen like a deer in headlights. It launches at me.